We've been making a project called Geolocation, tribute to the data stream, which is this Twitter-based work where we go and we remind the public timeline of Twitter for those tweets that have GPS coordinates, and then we go to the site where the person sent their tweet and make a photograph on that site. So this project was a natural extension of that.
So with the ACP Commission, we decided to make billboards, and with that we looked at 9 digital billboards around the greater Atlanta area, and we looked at the tweets coming from within a small radius of the billboard, and then the photographs are taken at the site of the tweet but presented on the billboard. So hopefully reconnecting things back to the community and letting people know what's going on with their neighbors and with their colleagues and with their friends and with the person down the street and all that kind of thing.
ATL or not, we find the same tweets all over the world. I mean, there's a lot of tweets, a whole category of tweets on I want to leave work tweets, and we have some here. We have I'm bored at work, come visit me. We have tweets, some sad tweets always. And this project was a little more restricted because we had this half-mile radius around the tweets we wanted to hit. So Atlanta's pretty standard, same old on Twitter. But there's some great ones.
Well, at the same time, you also see a lot of references to Atlanta sites and buildings and that kind of thing. And we feel like we ended up in some interesting places. Like Marni shot one down by Six Flags that felt sort of uniquely Atlanta. So it's linked by the geography in that way, but maybe the human sentiment is pretty similar with some of the other cities that we've shot. With the Atlanta project, I think the biggest thing for us has been the billboard component of it, and I think almost 1 million people will see the billboards before it's done over the course of the month, and that's a very different audience than a gallery audience or a fine art audience. So if you think about the sort of people that are picking it up by chance, to refer back to your earlier description, that's become a really valuable part. So I think the biggest thing for us is just shifting that audience and opening it up to a bigger public and opening it up to the larger community in these new ways.
And also tying the virtual community back to the physical community. These communities of Twitters talk between each other, and they know where they are, based on these places and GPS coordinates. So we're hoping that some of them see it would be a fantastic, chance to happen. For me, it happens when we're on a project or on a commission going somewhere. My mind turns totally into the data stream. You're constantly reading, you're constantly looking, and then your eyes turn to photographs. And then it takes you a couple days to get back to your mundane life where the laundry takes over and your mind wanders to somewhere else. But we definitely go in that mode, and we start talking in Twitter language and being like, oh, so-and-so said this, and talking in hashtags, and we do a lot of those too. Usually we were down here for almost 2 weeks, and those times are really intense to just be reading Twitter.
For me, I think a lot about how people use their digital devices. So you see people trying to decide where to go for dinner. The first thing they do is look up Yelp or Around Me or one of the other apps, Google Places, things like that. So I feel like it's even changed the way we navigate physical space, and it's been real important to me to peel back that layer and to really think about how this directs us through a space, or how this changes our relationship with the space, or how we make decisions using this information that we wouldn't otherwise have from our physical senses.